it's not support. It's absolutely. Thank you. Yeah. Support learning and teaching, not the focus.
Yeah.
So you always know why. Anyone else got any other wise words? Yeah.
Well, I had a double lesson with quite a troublesome class. They're supposed to be doing a PowerPoint for their assessment, and the internet wouldn't work. They've got all, I've given them all the websites, and it's worked out, and of course then that was it. It's all lost.
Yeah.
They're off. They were. And I thought, oh God, I've got to get them to do this. What am I going to do? So, for the next lesson, I printed out every single bit from the website that we needed, so that there were paper copies, or there was a paper copy of each one. So when they came, I said, oh, there's problem, isn't it? Oh, we're not going to do it. I said, just count.
Okay.
And it worked. So
yeah,
it's just having that backup and don't rely on it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to call that a good enough backup.
Yeah.
Because what you don't want to be doing is creating so much work for yourself.
Absolutely.
That it becomes the balance of positive against negative just becomes overwhelming, which is the point that you were making earlier. If it's a whole plan B, then it becomes very difficult. But definitely a plan to back up. Good. Anything else? Oh, sorry.
Sorry. A very wise senior colleague in my last school said, don't reinvent the wheel. If you're teaching a topic, go around and ask what resources are available. He said what's available on other people's memory sticks, which they haven't put on the central intranet or haven't shared, is unbelievable. If someone's got a presentation on how to teach colours and clothing and numbers, get it off them, see if it works for you, run through it with a senior colleague, and try doing it that way instead of spending hours doing something someone's already got for you. Learn about the technology as opposed to rewriting it.
Brilliant. So I put that in there as share and collaborate, and that's not just about asking other people for their resources, but also being open to the idea of sharing your resources that you spent time developing. Brilliant.
Practice. Make sure it's all going to work. You know what you're doing.
Okay. Oh, C or S?
C.
Thank you. Yes.
Have you click on the USB stick rather than searching for it in the class on the spot.
Okay, so that's links to the links, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Onto a USB or even into a Word document or something so that you've got hyperlinks to the...
Yes.
Yeah. Or onto your PowerPoint slides so that you're not... Yeah, absolutely. Any other final last wise words?
Yeah, we felt there's a danger that technology, the overuse of technology might actually replace the students' need to use their own imagination. So we felt only using it where it was beneficial to be used. If it doesn't need to be used, then don't use it.
And introducing it later as well, so that it's not the focal point of the lesson, that it's a means to achieve your objectives rather than the objective in itself.
Brilliant, okay, so there's two there. One which is kind of similar to this one about making sure that the technology is not the focus, but the learning and the teaching is the focus. And phrase the one that
not using it.
Replacing imagination.
Not replacing imagination.
Okay, so only use technology to improve. Enhance. I don't know if those of you that have been on Cloudworks, somebody has already posted a question on the science area, and it says something like, are technologies used in the classroom for technology's sake? And I'd just like you to kind of, you might want to join in that discussion after this workshop, but I'm also wondering about any other tools that you might use in the classroom that aren't technological tools. So, I'm wondering how far these can also apply to pen and paper. So maybe pen and paper shouldn't be the focus of the workshop or the session, or maybe we should only use pen and paper when it enhances creativity. Yeah, so maybe thinking about that. Sorry, there's another couple of people that were quite keen to add something.
Just a quick thing about sort of sharing and collaborating practice. I agree with what you say, but to think a step ahead really, if you're part of a department where people are beavering away on their own, preparing their own material, there's a difference between that, the willingness to share, and a well-organised department where people are working on different things and putting them together into a central bank, which is the most economical way to do it. Now I know at your stage you might not be in a position to make decisions at that level, but that's the sort of teamwork ethos you ought to be looking towards within the department.
Yeah.
I'll prepare some materials on this topic,
Yeah.
you prepare some materials on that topic, and we'll all come together and share them. That's the most economical way to do it, rather than to rely on random thinking about, have you done something on colours? And it saves time, which is what we all need in this profession.
Absolutely, and you might be involved in selling that to some of your colleagues, selling that idea.
And just to pick up on what Ryan was saying, all of these new resources, new developments, new ideas eventually need to be incorporated into the department's scheme of work, which again is down to the department to sort out. Because the scheme of work is an ongoing production. Basically, it needs rewriting and renewing every year of September. So what people have come up with in the course of the year then needs to be incorporated so that everyone knows what there is and where it is.
Yeah. Which involves a lot of communication.
Can I just, something that, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, Chris Calder, was just about everybody being aware. It's not necessarily a point to write down, but for everybody to be aware of. A friend of mine had a child in their class that managed to have a remote that he sussed out the frequency, and he kept clicking and moving the slides on. Partly teacher's fault because she used the standard format where she put the question on and her next slide was always going to be the answer. So he sussed out to get the answer, and it wouldn't, the lesson would be done. But just so that everybody knows that technology is out there, that kids can do this. So if your slides change automatically before you actually realise what they want them to do, you know that there might be a child that's
God, that is pretty impressive stuff, isn't it? How far does that child get rewarding?
Yes, very fine line.
Brilliant, thank you. We'll move on now. Although this is going to remain a thing through the day today. That of course there are risks to using new and innovative ways of teaching. But the benefits can outweigh the risks, and it's all about managing